you ever wondered why we value things we pay for more than things we get for free? It's a question that's been mulled over by psychologists and economists alike, sparking a fascinating exploration into the complex landscape of perceived value. You see, the moment we exchange our hard-earned money for something, it seems to acquire a special kind of worth in our minds. It's as if the act of paying itself infuses the item with a unique significance. On the other hand, when we receive something for free, there's a tendency to take it for granted, to undervalue it, even when its intrinsic value might be high. This dichotomy between paid and free items is influenced by a myriad of psychological factors, from our innate desire for ownership to the satisfaction derived from making a purchase. Is it really about the price tag, or is there something more at play here? Stick around as we delve deeper into this intriguing aspect of human behavior. Let's delve into the psychological effects of owning a paid item versus a free item. The human mind is an intriguing labyrinth, and when it comes to perception of value, things get even more complex. You see, we humans have this concept called psychological ownership. It's the feeling that something is ours, even if we don't legally own it. This concept plays a significant role in how we perceive the value of items. Picture this: you've just purchased a coveted item. You've invested your hard-earned money into it. This investment creates a sense of psychological ownership, and as a result, you're likely to perceive the item as being more valuable. Why? Because you've put something of yourself into it. Your money, your time, your energy, these become part of the item's value. Now let's introduce a psychological principle known as the sunk cost fallacy. This is the tendency to continue investing in something simply because we've already put resources into it, regardless of whether the investment continues to be worthwhile. The more we invest in an item, the more valuable it seems, leading us down a rabbit hole where we continue to invest, even if it might not make logical sense. Take an expensive car, for example. You've spent a significant amount of money on it, and so you perceive it as being valuable. Even if it starts to break down or cost more in maintenance, you're more likely to keep investing in it because of the initial investment you made. That's the sunk cost fallacy in action, skewing our perception of value. On the flip side, when we get something for free, we often perceive it as being less valuable. It's not just about the monetary value, it's about the investment, the effort, the sense of ownership. Without these components, the perceived value diminishes. So, it seems our brains are wired to value things we've invested in. But what about free items? It's hard to resist something that's free, but do we value it as much as something we've paid for? This question leads us into a fascinating exploration of the human psyche. When we stumble upon a free item, our initial reaction is often a mix of delight and suspicion. Delight because, well, it's free. Suspicion because the age-old adage, "there's no such thing as a free lunch," lurks in the back of our minds. We're conditioned to believe that quality comes at a price, and anything offered for free must inherently be of lower quality. This, however, is not always the case. Enter the psychology behind free items. Studies have shown that people often perceive free items as less valuable, even when their actual quality matches or exceeds that of similar-priced items. This perception isn't just limited to physical goods. It extends to services, information, and even experiences. So why do we undervalue what's free? The answer lies in a concept known as the zero price effect. The zero price effect suggests that when something is free, we tend to bypass our usual decision-making process. We don't weigh the pros and cons. We don't compare it with other options. And we certainly don't question its value as we would with a priced item. Instead, we're so enticed by the lack of cost that we make an irrational decision to accept it, regardless of its actual worth. This mindset can lead us to overlook the hidden costs of free items. Think about it. A free app might cost us our privacy. A free meal might come with the expectation of a favor in return. A free gift might lead to a sense of obligation. Yet we often fail to consider these potential costs because we're blinded by the word free. In conclusion, while free items can certainly be appealing, they don't hold the same weight in our minds as items we've paid for. The monetary value we assign to things plays a significant role in how we perceive their worth. So the next time you're faced with a free offer, remember to pause and ponder. Free might be enticing, but it seems it doesn't hold the same weight in our minds as a paid item. So, we've taken a deep dive into the psychology of value perception, but what does it all mean? Let's rewind for a moment. We began our journey delving into the intricacies of the human psyche, exploring how we perceive the value of things based on whether we've paid for them or received them for free. Remember, the psychological puzzle we discussed. It showed us that, indeed, the saying "man only truly respects what he pays for" carries some truth. We've seen how owning an item we've paid for can trigger a sense of psychological ownership. This feeling, as we've learned, is more than just a sense of possession. It's a deep-rooted connection, a bond, which often leads us to value the item more. It's as if our investment, be it monetary or otherwise, breathes life into the object, making it an extension of ourselves. On the flip side, we've also ventured into the paradox of free. We've learned that while free items can be enticing and bring us instant gratification, they often lack the psychological ownership that paid items carry. They're easily forgotten, easily discarded, often relegated to the back of our minds and our closets. But why is understanding all of this important? Well, in a personal context, it can help us make more mindful decisions. Instead of being drawn in by the allure of free or cheap, we can consider the psychological effects our purchases may have on us. Will this item bring us joy, or will it just add to the clutter? In a business context, understanding these concepts can help us create better marketing strategies. We can use the psychology of ownership to create more value for our products, to make them more than just objects, but extensions of our customers themselves. Understanding our perception of value can help us make more informed decisions, and perhaps even appreciate our possessions more, whether they were free or not.